Yes, people. Welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. So it's been a little bit early today. I have to because I got to go somewhere later on. So I don't want to let people down, in regards to doing this on a daily basis. Obviously, news rant. I always say I'm going to try and do new things, and it's not always going to be the same every day. Sometimes you got to do the full circle instead of like doing the same thing, if you know what I mean. But yeah, whatever you do, please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. And let's see what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to start with obviously um, the Europa League. That has to be the first thing we've got to talk about. The squad has been announced, and there's a few surprises, believe it or not. So that's going to be the first we're going to be talking about. Then we're going to be talking about Darwin Nunez coming off as a precaution for Uruguay. Obviously, there's a few things that's happened with him. He played pretty well from what I've heard. So yeah, he's one of the persons we're going to be talking about. Then we're going to be talking about the concerns over Virgil van Dijk. There's a lot of reports that saying like he's not as good as that he used to be, but I'll explain like a lot of stuff that's happening around him, and I did talk about it a few times before as well. So we're going to be talking about that, and then we're going to be talking about Jurgen Klopp and Germany again, because there was a reports yesterday about Germany want him as the next manager. But there's a lot of sticky situations, so we're going to talk about as well. So yeah, we're going to be talking about all this stuff today. Obviously, LRFC news. It's a daily basis that I do for you guys at 2:30, but today I had to do it at 12:30 because I got to go somewhere, like I said earlier. And then we move on. So please hit that subscription button, notification button, and like button, all that good stuff. Let's start with the news. Yeah, so big up everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's a bit earlier than usual. I apologize for that. It's life is life. You know what I mean, off the actual screen. There's lots of things I want to like talk about. Especially about Liverpool Football Club. The season's going to be restarting again in the weekend. We've got Wolverhampton away, so we're going to do hopefully a preview tomorrow around the time of 9 o'clock. But I might do something at 2:30 as well, so don't go in. I'm still off work, you know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. If I'm off, I'm gonna start bringing in some more content for you guys. So please, just tune in as usual, support the channel, support the cause. We're gonna try our best to make this a regular thing, and I'm enjoying it. Honestly, I'm enjoying coming on here and doing different things for you guys on a regular basis as well. With your help, I mean, it motivates all of us to do this on a regular basis. As you can see, even Uncle Rod's, he's got his own background now, and everybody's looking good. Ends man is killing it on his channel as well. So if we're all doing that as a team, as Liverpool Football Club, it's more beneficial for all of us, if you know what I mean. And I'm happy with that, man. It makes me happy seeing other Liverpool content creators doing well as well. I don't have no jealousy in my side. I'm always, help the cause if it's possible, you know what I mean. And any help anyone needs, I'm here. It's vice versa. They said the same thing to me as well. So yeah, let's keep going and growing together. You know what I mean. So we're gonna be talking about obviously whatever's on there. We're going to talk about the Europa League first of all, because in the squad is a bit suspicious, if you know what I mean. It's a strange one. A player that I thought is going to be in, it's not in. I mean, so let's talk about that. First. Well, normally there's music, and there's no music today. Wow. Can't believe it. Yes, people, I've got the Champions 2019-2020 jumper on. It's not that hot anymore in London anyway, from where I'm from. So I have to wear this jumper today. As you can see, the Europa League squad it's obviously Kelleher, Allison, and Jaros. That's how you say his name. I'm a bit shocked that Adrian is not on there. And then you get the defenders, which is Gomez, and Van Dijk, Konate, Simicaz, Robertson, Matip, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So basically, we're going for with a full strength team. It looks like in this Europa League, which is there's no qualms from my side because like if you look at these legends that we got at the football club, the likes of Van Dijk, like likes of Alisson, Salah, they haven't won the Europa League. You know what I mean? They've been playing a higher level than this. But if they win the Europa League, that'd be a full set in it. They've got every trophy that's in club football, and that's amazing, isn't it? If you think about it. That's a great thing by these players. And then you got the midfielder with obviously Endu, Thiago. Thiago's back in the team. I love Thiago. I'll tell you why I love about Thiago. Like in his time at Liverpool, he thinks it's a failure the way he's been portrayed, the way he's been playing. He criticized himself as well for Thiago. Injuries just hampered his career at Liverpool. Majority of the time, actually, his injuries did hamper his career, whatever club he was at. So it's not just at Liverpool Football Club. But he said to Klopp, like, I'm here to stay. I want to reinvent myself. I want to prove people wrong, about me. Since I've been here, a lot of people said he's a failure, but he's not a failure in my opinion. It's just injuries, and he's playing too many games for a guy that didn't used to do that before in other teams. Like if he was at Bayern Munich, they only used to play him in the big games. If he was at Barcelona, same thing. And but he was younger at Barcelona, so he was developing better over there, if you know what I mean. But as he moved on to Bayern Munich, as the years gone by, they were only playing him in the big games, and that's what happened with him at Bayern Munich. He came to Liverpool. He's playing every game. We need him in every game, and it shouldn't be like that. He should be a luxury player, like I said before. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but that's how he is. You know what I mean? You knew before we bought Thiago, he was an injury-prone player. So why are people complaining about him now? It doesn't make any sense, if you know what I mean. We didn't expect Wijnaldum to leave at the time. Obviously, they played one season together, but nobody expected Wijnaldum to leave. And he left. So that's how it is. It is what it is, isn't it? Now we've got like the midfield solidarity, solid midfield with the likes of McAllister and Soboslai and Endu, and you got Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. You got Thiago's of this world and the Besiktas as well, who's not in this list for some reason, people. If you look at the midfield, Besiktas is not in this list. It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Clark's in there, Gravenberch is on there, and Soboslai, McAllister, Thiago, Endu, they're all these, and Curtis Jones, they're all in there. It's weird. It's kind of weird in my opinion when I'm looking at that. Where's Harvey Elliott? He's not even on that list. I hope this list is real. You know what I mean? Because I hope I haven't picked up the wrong list. If you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. It's crazy. Big up John Conway, man. As always, Gigi says big up Fozzy. I hope you are doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I had to do an early one for you guys. Bless JK said bless Fozzy. You never walk alone. Bless to everyone, man. Thanks for coming on. That's what it's all about, all of us as a unit. And big up Uncle Rod's. Go and subscribe to Uncle Rod's, people. He's doing well. He's doing pretty well now. So it's come to the point he might not even need us anymore. So yeah, go and subscribe to Uncle Rod's. Big up everyone. Big up Aziz. Big up Psychedelic Shaolin. Everyone's there, man. Everyone's there. Angel's there as well. No Elliot, no Kwanzaa. It's weird. It's kind of strange. I'm looking at this list, mate. It's a strange list, if you know what I mean. I didn't expect it to be like the way it is. It's weird. No Elliot, no Kwanzaa, and no Besiktas from what I can see as well. So what's going on? Like, what's the intentions for this? Have they purposely got at the Europa League to get into this? What is this nonsense? Like, it's a full strength team. I thought the youngsters will get an opportunity now. You know what I mean? And show their worth. But it doesn't look like it. And then you look at the forward line: Diaz, Nunez, Salah, Gakpo, Jota, and Ben Doak. So it shows the team is not what we expected. We expected a lot of youngsters to be in it and probably a lot of senior players to be without it. But it looks like Liverpool are serious about this. And I like that. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? We have to be serious about the Europa League. We've got a history in that. We've been before Seville, I think we was the most successful club in the Europa League. So we did have a rich history in it. Rich history, man. So it's a strange one. It's a very, very strange one in my opinion. I'm pretty much gutted for the likes of, obviously, the players we just talked about, like Besic, Elliott. Maybe listen, it renews, doesn't it? It renews in the second part of the season. Maybe they could come into it. So that's what I'm assuming they're going to try to do. But I'm sure Elliott is devastated, 100%. Elliott is devastated. He's not in the team, man. Like that's crazy. Like why can't he be in the team? You've put him in that situation to be part of the first team. Why are you just taking him out straight away? Like Besic, like he's just come back from injury now. Now he's on the bench. He's not going to play a lot. But wouldn't it be beneficial for him to play in the Europa League on a consistent basis for him to develop as a player? It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. But get busy in the chat, man. Get busy in the chat. I'm here for the next hour or so. So we're going to be talking about obviously everything else as well. Yeah, it's a strange one. I'm looking at this team. It's a full strength team, but a few players not in it. Besic, Elliott, you know what I mean? It's and Kwanzaa. Like this is where you want them to develop, but now we can't even see them develop. So they're gonna give them opportunities probably in the in the FA Cup and the League Cup. Then I'm assuming if we get, but there's only one-off games. That's what's upsetting about the FA Cup and the League Cups. They're one-off games, aren't they? So if you lose, there's no replay, you know what I mean? And it's sad. It's very, very sad because I thought this was the perfect opportunity to give them a chance, but it doesn't look like we're giving them a chance either, man. So this is what I want to talk about next as well, like Trent and England people. Like I know a lot of Liverpool fans don't give a damn about England and all that stuff, but can you blame Trent, like coming off against Aston Villa and saying he's injured, he's not available for England and all that stuff? I really don't. Like Trent, even when he was the best, I think he still is, even when he was the best right back in the world, he couldn't get into the England team. You know what I mean? Reece James come out of nowhere and he's already in the England team. Kyle Walker wants to retire, but, Southgate wants to keep him so he could mark the likes of Mbappe in one-off games. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but you will miss the talents of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Cafu even came out. Cafu, the greatest right back probably in the history of football, came out and said, "What if Trent was Brazilian, he would be playing for Brazil." There you go, people. You know what I mean? Cafu said that about Trent Alexander-Arnold. If Trent was Brazilian, he would have played for Brazil. But England don't play him at all, and then you're wondering why he dropped out in the last game. It's baffling. It's mind baffling. Like a talented kid like this who's different to the players that you have on that pitch doesn't get a game time. You know what I mean? And then you have to accommodate his ability and play him in midfield where he doesn't want to play. It's just it's weird, man. It's a weird one. Wouldn't you have a right back that's going to create for Harry Kane, aerially, on the floor and things like that? Because you keep playing these players on a consistent basis that don't even win anything. Yes, England play well and they go to Euro finals and all that stuff, but you could get there, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't win. Second place don't mean anything. We know that as fans. We know that as fans, people. Second place means nothing, and we keep celebrating it like it's a norm, and it shouldn't be like that. It's crazy, man. I feel sorry for Trent, you know what I mean? Because there ain't no right back like Trent. There ain't no right back like Trent. He's continental kind of player, isn't he? He's not, even Cafu and all them lot, no, they can't do what he can do. But he can't get a game for England in the right back position. He still plays the likes of Kyle Walker, Reece James and all these guys that don't even win anything. You know what I mean? You play them in your competitions, but have you won anything? No, you haven't won nothing. So why you keep playing these losers, man? I mean, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Psychedelic Charlene says, "Big up, bro. Our team should be walking the Europa League. Something tells me it might not be a walk in the park, especially when the teams from the Champions League drop into the Europa League. That's when I start worrying, if you know what I mean." Psychedelic Shaolin, you know what I mean? So that's the worrying sign, on my opinion, bro. That's the worrying sign. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Once you're at the Champions League, you should be at the Champions League. You should not be coming into competitions like this. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. Yeah, so I'll get to the comments, people, but I'm just going to still talk about, obviously, Trent, how unfair it is on him. You know what I mean? Like, if the likes of Cafu and, great Brazilians are coming out in his defense and telling you guys, like, if he was Brazilian, he'll be in the Brazilian squad. What more evidence do you need? Like, everybody else can see what we can see. You know what I mean? And to me, like, if I was Trent, just leave England alone, man. You're not going to get a game. You know what I mean? What is a player like you? You're better than 10 players on that pitch, yeah? Why are you actually, being on the bench? Why are you on the bench? You should not be on the bench. If you already know you're better than 10 players in that team. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. And I feel sorry for him because no matter what he does, he's always not gonna, he's not gonna play for England. We already discussed this in a previous streams. I already told you the real reasons why Liverpool players don't play for England, and we know what the issues are. Well, I don't need to get into it again, but that's how it is. And the kid, just comes off games and say, I'm not going to England game. I'm not gonna go play for England because I know I'm not gonna play the game. So what's the point of me traveling all the way down there and there and there and there for no reason? You know what I mean? When I know I'm better than most of the players in that team. It's sad. It's very, very sad because I think he's a quality player. He's better than I think the other two. Although his deficiency is the defensive side, but his quality is the creative side. You know what I mean? But if you could match it up, look at Dunk. Is it Dunk that played yesterday? He's better than Harry Maguire. Why isn't Dunk playing on a regular basis? Why are you just bringing Dunk now? He's been at Brighton for how many years right now? Like, come on, man. And he's still playing Harry Maguire and they're taking the piss out of him on the pitch the other day. They're doing, way each time he gets the ball. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I know Liverpool fans don't care about, obviously, Trent playing for England. I understand. It's not the be or end all. But it's just the embarrassment for the young kid that's annoying for me. And I don't like to see him, like, in that situation, if you know what I mean. He's better than most of those players. And, he's traveling all around the world for what? Nothing, man. Crazy. So Darwin came off the other day for Uruguay, played pretty well from what I've heard. It's not a major injury, it's just a muscular injury he suffered against Aston Villa, so they took him off for precautionary reasons. It wasn't actually a big thing like in regards he's not going to play for Liverpool in the next game against Wolverhampton or anything like that, but he'll be fine. Guys, boys and girls, we're on the road to 2,000, so please do that for us. We're on the road. We're obviously a few hundred short, but come on, let's get there together. Let me get to the comments. Yeah, it's a strange one, Angel. Like, how Harvey Elliott and Besetic are not on the actual team. It's a weird one. Thiago, great player, not available enough, and not every game he played he hasn't been stand out for his time at Liverpool. So for his time at the club, he hasn't done enough for me. Redbird, that's on you. Like I said before, I highly regard Thiago in a big way. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Thiago before he came to Liverpool. I've always said, like, he's one of the greatest midfielders in the current time as well. But what you got to look at is Redbird. I know he's not your favorite at the moment, the way he plays and all that stuff, but I bet you was one of those fans that's saying bring him to Liverpool when he was available. You know what I mean? So we've got to look at it that way. If you're saying that, you should look at the background of the player, which is injury prone. You know what I mean? If he plays in a lot of games. So we already knew he's an injury prone player before he came to Liverpool. That's why I always argue with people when they're talking about Thiago to me. I always ask them the question. Did you know that Thiago was injury prone at Bayern before he came to Liverpool? Majority say yes. Why was he injury prone? Because he can't complete a lot of games. That's the whole point. What did Bayern Munich do with him? They played him in the luxury games, the big games like against Dortmund or Real Madrid in the Champions League, PSG, games like that he played. He's never played, these little small games at Southampton, at Bournemouth or anything like that. Now where he's playing those games, this is why he's like continuously picking up injuries. It's just like Sturridge, isn't it? It's like the Sturridge days at Redbird. That people are like that. They're just soft. You know what I mean? Their body tissue is not as strong as everybody else. I don't know what it is, the limbs or all that stuff. They're not as strong as everybody else. You know what I mean? And a little knock will actually, take them out for a few games, and that's what's happening to him. We've had that with Aga. We've had that with Sturridge. We've had this down the years with a lot of players, and unfortunately, it's happening with him as well. But like I said, now we've got that midfield strength and depth. Maybe we could play him less, and then we'll see where he's gonna go. Maybe he's going to stay fit for a long time. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know, mate. We don't know. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, a few surprises in the squad. Yeah, 100%. It's a strange squad in my opinion. And I'm a bit confused. It's just a confusing thing. I'm not going to argue with Klopp. Klopp is my manager. He's my hero. But I'm not here to argue with him. If he wants it like that, it's up to him. That's our manager, and that's the way it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like I said, they probably want to complete the full set of trophies. Like in the future, when they get older and they're sitting with the grandkids, they'll say, "I've won every club trophy possible," and then probably Klopp is going to go to Germany and probably coach them one day as well. And then the World Cup will be on top of that as well. Yeah, we have to wait and see it. Elliot is clear of Bobby Clark, in my opinion. He has more experience and more quality. So Catholic Shouting says, "Yeah, you're 100% right, but it's a strange one." Like I said, it's a strange one in a way of, if you want players to improve, why aren't they in the team? I mean, it's a strange one. It's a strange one. We was talking about that in the summer as well in Jamie Phillips' channel. We were saying, like, maybe in the Europa League we'll start the youngsters and give them opportunities, to prove themselves. In regards to, like, us not being in the Champions League. Maybe that's what it should have been, and it doesn't look like that way. I can't keep going back to it, but it's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's a strange squad. Captain Fahim says, but can he defend? Who are you talking about? Oh, he's talking about Trent. Trent can defend if you just tell him, don't do creating, just concentrate on the defensive side. Maybe he could defend. I remember him against Leroy Sané a few seasons back. Leroy Sané always gave him problems, and then Klopp took him aside and told him, like, forget about the creative side, forget about doing all that stuff, concentrate on Leroy Sané and see if you could defend against him. And he played pretty well, so he can defend. If you want him to defend, he can defend, in my opinion, mate. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, mate. We'll just have to wait and see. It's just sad. It's just sad, in my opinion. Like, he has to travel for, like, country to country to country to play for England, but he never plays, and he's always sitting on that bench, and the camera's always focused on him. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. But then again, England and Liverpool don't communicate. So, the what do you call it? The system and Liverpool don't communicate, do they? Like, Liverpool players hardly play for England, do they, nowadays? So, well, a long time. I mean, Ian Callaghan, he was part of that winning World Cup squad. I don't think he got a lot of games. Roger Hunt, obviously, got a few games because of injuries and all that stuff. But other than that, like Kevin Keegan, yeah, you could say stuff like that. But it's not Liverpool, born players, are they? If you think about it, that actually made it into the England team. It's the outside Liverpool people, if you know what I mean, the people who bought from the outside, who are English, but they're not born in Liverpool. But Liverpool born players always struggle to get into that England team because of the system, and Liverpool don't agree. They don't agree, and that's what's happened, man. And unfortunately, the likes of Trent are getting punished for things like that. Like I said, politics and football should be put aside. We need to find a way to get out of that stuff, man. We've got within our rights to complain about what they've done to us and all that stuff, but yeah, so this is the one I want to talk about next. There's a lot of concerns about Virgil van Dijk in Holland. They're saying he's not as good as if we think he is, and all this stuff. He should not play for Holland again, and it's kind of unfair, in my opinion. Are we forgetting what happened to Virgil van Dijk and this guy? You can see the picture. I've always said it. And a lot of people avoid this situation, but Liverpool fans, you need to start talking, man. This ruined that guy's career. Look at that challenge. The leg's in one place. It ended up going to another place. When you get a knee injury like that, that's a career-threatening injury. So he's playing basically with a bad knee still. And this, look at the face of that goalkeeper. You're telling me he didn't do that intentionally? Come on, man. Come on. What if he didn't do that intentionally? Why isn't he doing that on a regular basis to other players? Think about it, man. Think about it. Look at that picture and tell me that's not real. At this time, before this happened, everybody used to celebrate, slightly getting past of Van Dijk. There was a party everywhere, all in the YouTube channels, all over social media. Oh, Pepe got past Van Dijk. No, he didn't. He turned, but Van Dijk got him back eventually and got the ball back. So he didn't really take him on. So this is what they were celebrating. And don't forget about that challenge. This was straight after that Project Big Picture. Remember when Liverpool proposed that stuff, the top 5 get all the money or something like that. Below that, they don't get nothing. So You know, the system, plays in a big way, man. The system plays in a big way. So who do you go after? The most threatening player in that team, the player everybody fears, and that's Van Dijk. And now, like, the guy ain't doing what he used to do anymore, cover for other players, like when he used to come around and do things like that. Van Dijk is only looking after Van Dijk now, you know what I mean? That's all he can do, you know what I mean? His body can't take him what he used to, like when he was 26, he can't take him there anymore, especially when an injury like that happens to your knee. If you haven't had a knee injury, so you won't know what it really feels like. It ain't the same no more. I've had knee injuries. Once your knee is gone, damaged, it's not the same anymore, people. Like, you need to get with reality here, because people are unrealistic in life right nowadays. Like, they talk about things like this doesn't happen. They should have, the same kind of walking, the same kind of running ability as they used to have in the past. They're not gonna have that anymore, man. I'm telling you right now. Once that knee is gone, it's gone. And Van Dijk can only look after Van Dijk now, and people need to just get with that. That's what I say. I don't know what Holland want from him. There's three defenders next to him, so why can't they defend? Go and take care of your own business. Let me take care of mine. That's how Van Dijk works now. He can't do everybody else's job anymore. He's not a superhuman anymore. Like he said, he's not a machine. So you gotta be realistic, man. Look at that challenge, people, and tell me that's not intentional, man. Come on, look at that challenge, man. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Telling me that it wasn't intentional. And people don't even say nothing about it. That's what angers me. I said it straight away after that game. That was intentional to the highest of highs. There's no way that's not intentional. Look at his face, man. Just look at that guy's face, what he's doing to Van Dijk, people, and tell me that's not intentional. Come on, man. He's been told to do that. I don't give a shit about the system. He's been told to do that. You ruin the best player on that team. That's what you do. And that's what he done. The ball wasn't even there anymore. The ball was already gone. And the guy came out of nowhere and took him out like that. Come on, man. What kind of challenge is that? Didn't even get a yellow card. Didn't even get sending off. Didn't even get a review after the match just to look at it and say, enough is enough. We need to get this guy for what he's done to Van Dijk. Didn't even get that. No, he's an England goalkeeper, innit? You get all the freedom in the world. You know what I mean? England's number one. Come on, people, man. The guy ruined the guy's career, mate. And that's Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? If we're good, anything that's good about Liverpool Football Club, there's always something that brings us down eventually. And that's what's happened to us, man. After that, the team wasn't the same. I remember that season. It was just a horrendous. We was dropped top of the league to January within by defenders, as our owners never want to compete. And then we just scraped top three. That's what it was. That's what it was. But look at that challenge, people. Tell me, please, if that's not intentional, man. Come on. Let's be realistic, man. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid challenge, man. You don't do that. You don't do that, man. Come on. You don't do that nonsense, man. As he says, maybe because it's Scouse. Yeah, it's Scouse. Listen, look at the Scouse players in the past. Robbie Fowler never used to get into the team. McManaman just about got into the team. But the ones who are consistent is the non-Scouse players, Redknapp, Michael Owen and players like that. But if you're actually Liverpudlian, look back in history, how many have consistently stayed in that team? Not many, man. Not many. And Liverpool have been the most successful team in the UK for how many years? Come on, man. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. As he says, Cafu the legend. Yes, he's a legend, man. If he's coming out and saying he could play for Brazil right now, and I mean, it should be the Brazil right back if he was Brazilian, then there you go, man. He looks like a Brazilian. Maybe he could transfer himself, you know what I mean? Go and live in Brazil for a few years, you know what I mean? Just come back on the game days, innit? And then, get a Brazilian passport and then stay there in Brazil, play for Brazil. I think there was a guy, I think Puskás. I'm sure it's Puskás or Stefano. Played for Argentina, Spain and Hungary in the old days. That's how they played. I swear, no joke. Check it out. Puskás, I think it's Puskás, the Hungarian player. He played for Argentina, Spain and Hungary. He's Hungarian, obviously, but he played for other national teams as well. I couldn't believe when I saw that. That's when I used to look at other football around the world and all that stuff. That's what I used to do back in the day. If you ask me any questions, like if you ask me about 94 World Cup, I'll tell you everything. I'll watch every game in that World Cup. I miss those days. I really miss those days. Psychedelic Shaolin says, I thought Southgate said he wanted Trent to play as a midfielder for England long term. Southgate doesn't know what he's doing. Southgate is an idiot. Forget about Southgate, mate. Like, Southgate is one of those managers that's just there by chance. There's no brain up there, man. You look at him, you think to yourself, you have all these players at your disposal. You don't know how to win. I mean, come on, man. Play boring football sometimes to win games. Why do you have to play this kind of England way of football? Forget about the England. Maybe this is why you don't win titles. You keep playing this England way of football. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Angel says Trent will play in midfield with Rice and Bellingham. I don't know. I honestly don't think Trent's going to play anymore in midfield or anything like that. I think it's just a little thing just to keep people happy. That's what it was. It wasn't like anything serious, in my opinion. I've got to be realistic on that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't think Trent is... Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're all good, brother. Yeah, MK, I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. Let's go from Baz. Big up, Baz. Yeah, Baz. It was me the other day, bro. And Statman Stubbs. You guys were confused about the badge, innit? I've changed everything, mate. Like, I want to look, you know, make the channel look much better. I've got a lot of changes to do on it. Obviously, what I said, when we get to 1,000, I'm going to change a lot of stuff. I'm already doing that in the background. So as soon as I finish with things like that, everybody's going to come back on. We're going to do our stuff. Yes. Uncle Rose says, if I was Trent, I would pull out of England duty. Yeah, just don't bother. Don't bother, man. You're wasting your time, man. You're wasting your time. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You know, like, I haven't watched it, people. I haven't watched it. I don't even know the name of it. All I hear is that song everywhere. Psychedelic says the Pickford tackle was disgusting. Pickford moving like it's UFC in the octagon. Yeah, listen. Look at that face and tell me that's not real, man. Like, he meant everything he did in there. He meant it. He wanted to injure him. Look at the leg, the way it's standing there, and look at the way that piece of trash challenged him, mate. If it was like a couple of yards, or if you look at the picture on the left, he would have been just getting his knee with his studs. I mean, it's just he wasn't even looking. If you're not looking and you're closing your eyes going for a challenge like that, that means you're intentionally trying to injure someone. Come on, people, man. Come on. It's like when you're scared and someone's punching you and you go like this, you close your eyes and you punch them and oops, you knock them out. How did that happen? It's like that. That's what I'm saying. He's intentionally doing that, this asshole. And he got away with it. That's what's angering me more than anything. It's not right, people. Like, how we just ignore that. This guy could have been the greatest defender that ever lived, yeah? But that injury just ruined him. He could have had more league titles right now. We could be sitting on 2 or 3 right now if it wasn't for challenges like that. Don't forget, Thiago got injured in the same game as well by that stupid Richarlison. You know, the chicken. I hate that guy so much. It's one of those guys that just irritates you when you look at them, man. I swear to God. Bass says, facts, I know all about those injuries. There you go, Bass. You know, ACL, it's no joke, mate. It's no joke. The knee ain't the same. People don't understand, man. The knee ain't the same no more. Van Dijk is just running because of passion and adrenaline. That's what he's running with, man. There's no actual... that bone ain't there no more like it used to be. That strong bone, you know what I mean? It's not there anymore, man. You can see it by the way he walks. You can see it by the way he runs. Everything about Van Dijk, you can see it's not the same as it used to be in the past, man. JK says Pickford is a joker. Yeah, mate, it's a joke. Just look at the picture. That's all I have to tell you. It's a derby. He did it for the fans. Yep, listen, it was purposely done. Like I said, off the pitch, when our owners do stupid things like Project Big Picture, Super League and all that stuff. Do you think the system's going to be happy with things like that? Come on, man. They take it out on the people that actually brought these things. And if it's Liverpool, we're in the high regards into, you know, destroying us as well. And that's what's happened, man. That's what's happened. Not many people say it, but I'm here to say it. I don't give a damn. Everton tried to kill us that day. Yeah, 100% Richarlison on Thiago too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if this doesn't show you like people are intentionally trying to injure our players, you don't see that in other games. You only see that in Liverpool games. You know what I mean? You just see it in our games. That's all you see it in. You don't see it in other games. Everton is just a sellout. You know what I mean? They're Scousers, but they used to be the friendly derby back in the day. Nowadays, like, they become scumbags. You know what I mean? They take the Man United side out, rather than Liverpool. That's how they are. That's why, you know, there's no success in Liverpool anymore, like, as it used to be in the 80s, you know, 70s and all that stuff. Because, you know, both teams were together. You know what I mean? And they used to share the actual league and all that stuff. But as soon as, you know, the animosity came through and all this stuff, that's when we lost focus of reality. We're celebrating beating Everton rather than celebrating beating, you know, teams to win the Premier League titles and all that stuff. And it should be like that. Keegan says, big up, brother. Just joined. Fozzie going off. Yeah, listen, I gotta be real, bro. Like, I'm not here to satisfy people as they want me to be quiet and say nothing about things like that. I'm just trying to show you what's happened, man. Look at that picture. I don't need to say anything, man. That's intentional. And people are questioning Van Dijk's ability right now. They killed his ability. They ruined him. Look at how straight that leg is, man. Come on, man. Yeah, so this is the next thing I want to talk about. It's Jurgen Klopp to Germany. According to, you know, reports, Jurgen Klopp's agent, Mark, he has a long-term contract with Liverpool. He's not available for national coaching position. Told Sports, and I don't know how to say that, but I'll leave it alone. Klopp focus has always been on Liverpool project. There you go, people. Your manager doesn't want to leave you. Your manager loves you. You know what I mean? What more can I say? It says it in reports there. Like, he's loyal. As I said yesterday, the best thing about Jurgen Klopp compared to other managers, if Real Madrid, Barcelona, Germany, Bayern Munich, anyone comes in for him, he will always say no, because the love for Liverpool Football Club, and I love that about him. And I'd rather have a manager like that than, you know, a manager that's going to be using us as a stepping stone. And everybody's talking about Xabi Alonso. I love Xabi Alonso. I love him. I love Xabi, you know, for what he done for Liverpool Football Club. But is he going to be the long-term manager for Liverpool? I don't know, man. Is he going to be using us as a stepping stone to get to Real Madrid and teams like that? I don't know. That's what I don't know, man. That's what worries me about him as well. Yeah. Hang on, what was I? Sorry. Yeah. Keegan says that Everton game. I'm pretty sure Thiago is still injured from that Richarlison tackle. That's dirty, mate. If 2 challenges in 1 game, if that doesn't show to you this was intentional, these things that's happening, I don't know what will. People need to stop avoiding things like that, man. Honestly, people need to stop avoiding things like that. It's reality, man. Liverpool Football Club are targeted on a regular basis and nobody says anything about it, and it's not right. So yeah, I already talked about Jurgen Klopp yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go back to yesterday's show, then you'll see the tactical side of things, and obviously Jurgen Klopp going to Germany and not going to Germany and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty much they said it. He's not going anywhere. He wants to stay at Liverpool. He's as a lawyer as it can get. There's no one like Jurgen Klopp. This is what I want to talk about as well, people, man. I was watching him yesterday, yeah. This Bellingham kid, it's just outstanding. How did we miss out on Jude Bellingham? That's what's pissing me off more than anything. I wasn't on that train, you know what I mean? I'm not like be or end all. But I'm watching this kid this season, yeah, he's amazing, man. Now I know why we went for him. But what was the issue that we didn't get him? That's what I don't understand. He's just a phenomenal player, this kid. And if he was at Liverpool Football Club, I think we would have been like in the next level tier, man. He would have dominated that midfield. But the thing that frightens me about him, if teams buy the likes of Bellingham, is he's too energetic. He's too involved, if you know what I mean. This is what leads to like long-term injuries. He's only 21, I think now, or 20, 21, something like that. And he's doing stuff that a 28-year-old should do. So what I'm trying to say, he's aging too early. So once you age too early, that means like in the latter years, not in the latter years, when you reach 24, 25, 26, his legs might not take him to that next level. Somebody needs to get hold of this kid, and that's why I was upset Klopp didn't get him, man. If Klopp got him, I think he would advise him better. He needs someone like that to just advise him, like, you got to calm down, man, because the world is where you're going to be the best player in the world one day if you keep, you know, yourself at this level now, and instead of like going all the way up there. He's going too far right now, and I'll worry for him. I really, really worry for him, and he will get long-term injuries from what I've seen as a coach. That's what I'm saying. As a coach, I think he's going to get long-term injuries, man, and it's a scary thing for you, Bellingham. I love him as a player, man. I like that energy. I love that winning mentality. I love that running up and down. I love that, you know, like never say die attitude and all that stuff. But But where can that get you if you get injured all the time? It ain't gonna get you anywhere, is it? Like a storage can happen to him, so he needs to be careful because he's putting too much weight on that body, too, like in regards to challenges, you know, running up and down and all that stuff. Because when I was a kid, like when I used to play football, the issue I had is I was a bit like him. I was energetic, and it ruined me. Like in the latter years of my footballing life, around 26, 27, I couldn't do the same things I was doing when I was like 20, 21, 19, 18 and all that stuff. And, you know, my body wasn't the same anymore because I put too much. And they used to say that to me when I was a kid, like, don't run too much, because I was an athlete. I was more of an athlete, you know what I mean, than the actual, you know, regular players. I could run up and down, I could dribble, I could pass the ball, both foot and things like that. But that energy just took my footballing life away from me eventually, you know what I mean? And that's why I didn't get anywhere with football eventually, because I was doing it in the wrong way. But that's what I worry about Bellingham. Someone needs to get hold of this kid and tell him, like, calm down, relax, bro. You will be the best player in the world if you, like, take your steps, the next steps. But, you know, when you're going to the likes of Madrid and teams like that, that might not happen for him, because, you know, you're already the top. The only way is down from there, if you know what I mean. And that's the worrying part for him. But somebody needs to get hold of him, man, because, you know, I don't want his career to end early. I like that type of player that's giving it his all on the pitch and, you know, never say die attitude. It's just a pity we didn't get him, man. FSG, you know, me and FSG, we have that relationship that there's nothing there anymore. They had the opportunity to buy him. They didn't buy him. It's just a shame. It's just a shame, man. I'm telling you right now, people, man. Young player, like in his 19, like could have been a Liverpool legend, could have been a Liverpool captain. What I like about him is he puts the players up. He always tells them, like, come on, boys, let's keep going. You know what I mean? He does things like that. I like that kind of player that gives everything on the pitch, leaves everything on the pitch. You know what I mean? And things like that. That's what he does. And it's just a pity he's not at Liverpool, man. Could have had the next Gerrard, maybe better than Gerrard he could be. I mean, because if he becomes a Ballon d'Or winner, that's better than Gerrard, isn't it? Let's be honest here. Yeah, it's a sad thing, isn't it? When you're watching a player that should be wearing a red top, wearing a white top and another white top, you know what I mean? It's never going to be like Liverpool Football Club. Unless we could save him somehow, somewhere, one day, you know what I mean? It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is, I think that is it, really. I think I covered the majority of the things. Yeah, we covered Klopp, we covered Trent, we covered the Europa League. Yeah, everything is done, people. I can't believe it. I've done it all in almost an hour. Not bad. But let me get to the comments, and then I'm off ski. Let's get back. Where was I? Yeah, sorry about that, people. Yeah, so that's what I mean about Bellingham, man. It's a sad sight, man. I'm worried for him now, like the way he's playing. It's not acceptable, man. Yeah, Pickford's a joker. It's a derby. Yeah. Let me see where I was. We got Karma will finish him. God deals with people differently. Yeah. You're talking about Pickford, 100%, man. Like, the guy is an asshole, man. Let's just be honest there. Like, yeah, T-Rex, man. That's why I call him T-Rex. T-Rex, you know, the little hells over there in the goal of England. Yeah. Cut. Hey, come. Oh, I saved it. He's like that scumbag. Sorry, people. Sorry. Like, yeah, he is a scumbag. Yeah, 100%. Southgate is a donkey. You can't be wrong there. Only Gerrard, really. Yeah. Yes, Uncle Rose, you're right. Yeah, Southgate is a donkey, man. It's just luck, innit? It's just luck. Dude looks so good, man. I'm just frustrated. Like, he's not a Liverpool Football Club, Keegan. I'm really frustrated, man. I love that kid. I think he could have been a phenomenal at Liverpool Football Club. It's sad. It's really sad. Like, we're not gonna see that. I don't know what our owners do. You know what I mean? Like, he could have come to Liverpool, age of 19. Could have developed him into a world-class player. Could have won a few trophies with him, and then probably go to Real Madrid after. But now he's at the top. The only way is down, man, and he's gonna be struggling. I can't say it. At the start of the summer, we had Fab, Hendo, plus Real Madrid offer him 400k per week. Real Madrid, I don't know where they get the money from. You know, Spain ain't like, you know, money infested. Like, they haven't got like the Premier League. I think Barcelona are struggling with money. How is Real Madrid still having money? Because the prince, innit, the king and all that stuff are helping them out. Psychedelic Shaolin. So That's how it is. The king, the prince, they're helping their team out. That's what it is. This is why Barcelona and Madrid don't really get along. Baz says he wanted Real Madrid, Fozzy, not for Liverpool. That's what they say, bro. But, you know, when Henderson and all them are working on him off the, you know, pitch, we don't know what the true reality is, bro. You know what I mean? We could pay 111 for Caicedo, but we can't pay that for Bellingham. Does that make any sense? You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. He's 20. Yeah, he's 20. Yeah, no. Klopp would have ran him into the ground based on our track record. Keegan, like I said, we've changed from that. If you look at the players we actually got right now, it's nothing to do with, you know, players getting run to the ground anymore. It's more about technical ability. He's basing it on his Dortmund team with Kagawa, Götze, Şahin, and Gundogan and all those players. That's what he's basing it on. So I think we're stepping away from that, you know, running the players into the ground right now. So that's good in my opinion. Technical ability. If you look at our games now, we don't dominate possession anymore. We don't really outrun teams anymore. We just keep it cool, and I like that. So that means we just keep the ball around for the sake of keeping it, and, you know, not letting the other team attack us, and we counter attack and score goals. That's what we do right now. Captain says, yeah, he would get injury. So he would get injured more with Klopp than Carlo. Nah. I don't think he would. I think like Klopp would take care of him as a player, and, you know, on and off the pitch as well. I honestly think that. Yes, people, as you can see, obviously on the screen, help us out and all that stuff. Obviously the channel is changing. I've changed the badge. I've changed the intro. I'm going to change a lot of things in the background. The screen is going to change as well. I'm going to try bring in something easier for people to understand. And we're gonna get the team going soon as well, man. I had to work off the actual, you know, screen to make the channel that much better. I hope you like the badge, man. New badge, new start for the channel. And it's simple, you know, LRFC now. We're not called LFC. We are called LFC Red Forever, but it's just LRFC now. Just get used to that name. That's what we're all about now, people. I hope you enjoy it as well. Keegan says, I think that he just wanted Real Madrid more. Maybe wanted to stay out of the British media and be a talisman for England at rate, to be fair. Yeah, listen, British media can be revolting media. They could be an asshole media. They could be everything like that's under the sun, you know what I mean? And I agree with you, Keegan. It could be that. It could be that. But I honestly think Liverpool could have got him. I honestly think that if we worked hard enough, if we worked... I got a feeling the owners told the manager, instead of like getting Bellingham, we could get three or four players with the same amount of money. But if you've already done that, why are you going for Caicedo for 111 million? That could have got you Bellingham that money. If you get my drift, you know what I mean? So it's a strange one. It's a strange one. Maybe like sometimes when you're making a deal, like I've heard his dad could have been a scout at Liverpool. I don't understand that. What, are we a small club? Why are we going to put his dad as a scout? What qualifications has he got as a scout for him to be a scout at Liverpool Football Club? Come on, man. Like, what's this nonsense, man? When I'm hearing that, oh, to bring him to Liverpool Football Club, his dad has to be a scout. Nah. We don't work like that, man. We're not a small club. That's a small club mentality. I mean, come on, man. Yeah. Imagine a midfield, Jude, Mac, and Dom. Listen, don't make me dream, Psychedelic Shaolin. Don't make me dream, brother. I got to put tears in my eyes, man. Oh, man. Overplaying certain players like Saka, for example, is the only way Arsenal fans will be happy. If he don't start and they lose, they will blame that on the decision to rest him. Nah, I don't know. You can't win. Yeah, I know that. Like that's the issue for Liverpool Football Club, and that's the issues we had. We wasn't resting our players. And I mean, we've been playing them for years and years and expecting the same result and the same outcome, and it's never going to happen. And that's what happened at the end. Like they got tired. The players weren't the same anymore. We had to get rid of them. You know what I mean? So that's life. That's life, man. Bass says that's what I mean, Fozzy. We had Trent Hendo chat to him, but he chose Madrid. So money and hot weather is what he wanted. His knee will give way at some point. Yeah, Baz, we can see it, bro. We can see what's gonna happen to him from distance. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's sad. That's why I said, like, if he was at Liverpool, we would have nurtured him in the right way, especially with the players we've got right now. We wouldn't have to play him all the time. We wouldn't have to play him all the time, bro. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. I like the new name and logo. Yeah, it's just simple, bro. Like, I got to change things, you know what I mean? I've said that once you get to 1,000, like, you got to change a channel around. Once you get to, like, the 1,000 is the mark for everyone, like, in regards to, you know, subscribers. Because, you know, like, the channel changes. YouTube trusts you more. They put advertisement on your channel. They give you all that opportunity to be a partner with them. That's what I've done. But it's not me that got me here. It's all the guys like Baz, like Uncle Rods, you know, you guys in the chat. Everybody done it together, you know what I mean? And we got here because of everybody, you know, being as one. All I said is let's just help the channel get to 1,000, and then we'll see what we can get from there. Like, and ever since then, I did say I'll be here on a regular basis. I'm almost here every day now, so to talk to you guys. I hope you like the way I talk. You know what I mean? That's another thing as well. If you don't like what I say, please put it in the comments. Then I'll try to improve in the future as well. I'm not always gonna do the same things. That's one thing I don't do. I don't go beat around the bush, like tell lies and all that stuff. If I hear something, I relate it to you, and then we could chat it in the chat as well. That's how it is with me, mate. Yeah. Captain says, if you talk about money, remember he didn't choose City yeah, 100%. I don't think it's about money, mate. I think it's the parents, innit? It's the parents and the ambition of the parents as well. That comes into the equation, because, you know, like, his dad is in control of him, so his dad is the one who actually takes him everywhere and makes him look like other clubs as well. It's just like Haaland, isn't it? That's how Haaland became a Man City player. Because of things like that, yeah. His dad, you know, took him around every club in the Premier League, every club in Spain, every club in Italy, walked him around and told him, like, you know, your destination is City, because I used to play for them and I know all about City. He's still young, end up in England at City at some point. Maybe it's all about money, isn't it? City can get whatever they want. You know, that's what's irritating me more than anything. City, all they have to do is click their finger and they can get whoever they want, and it's annoying. What's with money then? Yeah, that is true. What's with money? Captain says City don't offer him as much as Madrid. City, they need a Kevin De Bruyne replacement eventually, don't they, guys? Like, if they who's out there who's like Kevin De Bruyne apart from Soboslai? There ain't that many, man. We've got the next Kevin De Bruyne at Liverpool Football Club, and he's only 22. He's captain of Hungary, and he's performing on a he's kidding, yeah. Captain says Jude is not even top 5 paid in La Liga, and not even highest paid. Yeah, there you go. So it shows it's not all about money. It's all about you know, at the top early, and that's the wrong way to go about it. That's what you need to stop doing, in my opinion. Yeah, people, I'm over an hour. I tried to bring you new stuff today. Obviously, we talked about let me go back. We talked about the Europa League. The squad is strange, can't understand it at all. We talked about England and Trent. Maybe he should hang up his boots, don't bother anymore, just concentrate on the club football. We talked about Darwin Nunez. There was a lot of like worry about his injury and all that stuff, but it's not as worrying as we first thought. It's just a muscular injury. He should be back for Wolverhampton. We talked about Van Dijk and that challenge, and I said it's intentional if you look at it, and everybody's talking about Van Dijk not being the same anymore. In Holland, they're criticizing him a lot, but they don't bring up things like this. They said that he might not have been he might not have been as good as they said he's not as good as we first thought. Like, he looks good. That's what Van Dijk is all about. He just looks good, but they forget this happened to him. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Yeah, Klopp and Germany, that he doesn't want to go. Obviously, listen. Once you go to Liverpool, it's hard to leave us. Isn't it? It's hard to leave us, people. There ain't no club like Liverpool. Let's be honest. Let's go back to the actual screen and just do the little bits. Obviously, Jude Bellingham, we talked about the last one. That is it, really. I am done, people. Going to see my nephew, my mum, my sister, and everybody. That's why I done an early one. I could be back tomorrow around the same time again. Just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I'm done, people. I'm done. It's really done. Thanks for coming on, people. Honestly, it always helps when, you know, the chat is busy and you guys come on and ask me questions as well. That's what I'm here for at the end of the day. You need someone like this, and I need you, you need me. That's how I go about it. So yeah, well, on the road to 2,000 people, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Please, just help us out and share the channel around and let people know about it. We do everything. We do chat shows, obviously watch alongs. We do new previews, reviews, any breaking news updates. We do everything like that you could think of a channel, and then we're gonna hopefully have people working on it other than me. I mean, that's the whole point at the end of the day. There you go. Big up Fuzzy and chat, great show. Yeah, thank you very much, Psychedelic Charlene. Baz says he could have, I was talked about it, but the big wages. I think you guys are talking to each other. Apologies. It's back and forth. It's captain, and who's gonna win this argument? Yeah, Baz is ahead. No, captain's come back. Oh, there's Baz in the finishing line. What? Captain comes through. No, Baz wins. Baz wins. No, I'm joking. It's all good in the hood. Okay, people, I'm done. I'm tired. Need a rest. I'll be back tomorrow in 2 shows. We're doing 2 shows tomorrow, so be there. We're gonna do one at obviously maybe 12:30 or 2:30, and then we're gonna do one at 9 o'clock for the preview show with the gang. Hopefully I could bring some more people in. We could talk about the preview about Liverpool and Wolverhampton Wanderers at Wolverhampton, by the way. So we're gonna go do that. Thank you everyone for coming on. I've really enjoyed this. It's been a great show. More to come, obviously, in the near future. And I'll see you. Let me just do the comments before I go. I don't want to be rude. Top show for the. Thank you, man. Honestly, thank you for saying that. It helps, man. Great show for the. Big up chat. Thank you, guys. All right. Let me go. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you haven't liked the channel, like. Please, if you're watching, just go to the beginning and then it will play it to the end. Take care, everybody. Take care. This is coming back one day. I believe in Klopp.